That was fabulous. And Tamia, I have participated in this, so I know it to be true. There has been a lot of attention given to Will's mindset that night. The night that there's a lot of attention given to what it must have driven him to this, how he got to this, what he must have been thinking, what was the tipping point. And it's been pretty consistent across the board. I think the one thing that we know for sure is that perspective has been delved into. What I haven't, and I'm sorry about this, given as much attention to, is how Chris must be feeling. Chris is 57, I'm 58, Will is 53. We are all eligible for the early bird special. And an almost 60-year-old man got slapped in front of the world. The world. Everybody saw it. Slapped in front of the world. He'd avoided getting slapped growing up in Brooklyn. He'd avoided getting slapped on the many stages he's been on. But he could not avoid the Oscars. And that makes me sad. And it makes me sad that I've spent time in this chair myself lamenting what Will must have gone through and very little thought as to what Chris must be going through. And the fact that Chris hasn't to date released a statement lets me know that he is dealing with this in some kind of way. There's no doubt that Will has had a level of recrimination. He's been derided, but there also was an outpouring in love and support. He had actors come to his aid after it was over and wipe his tears away. He got to sit down. He got to enjoy the show. He got to laugh at other jokes. He got to get an award that he's been longing for his entire career. He got to be celebrated. He got a standing ovation. He got to go to the after parties and get jiggy with it. And then he got to go home and write an apology. I don't begrudge him that. But I tell you this, I don't think the offense was worth a lifetime of this. Chris Rock will forever be the man who got slapped at the Oscars. Forever. And I don't think the offense matches the punishment. I do not at all. But it has happened. And it will be indelible. We will forget what he said, but never that he got slapped. There may well be a cure for alopecia, but we'll still remember this. We're going to always remember it. And people can say, well, people are going to see his concerts. Do you know that if his concerts were $45 and going okay, and they go to $700 and going through the roof, that tells you that most of those people are not there to support him. I'm not saying that none of them are, but most of them are coming for the spectacle. He cannot get on stage for the foreseeable future and not relive the fact that he was slapped in front of the world. And that makes me sad. A man who's almost 60 years old got slapped by another black man in front of the world. And the fact that I sat in this chair and didn't fathom what that could be like. I didn't put myself in his head, and I didn't give enough deference to that. And I'm very sorry for that. Chris Rock has children who had to see their father get slapped. He has relatives. He has a brother who saw that. And while you can be compassionate about Will must have gone through, I can at least hold in my heart the fact that Chris Rock was affected that way too. That something happened to him too. The Oscars that night, there was an outpouring of love. They did everything but soak Will's hand and ask if he needed some ice. Everything. It was clear while Chris Rock walked alone and stood there and was professional. And some people could call it professional. Some people are calling it cowardly, which I don't agree with. I wonder if he's going through what most of us would have been going through. Did I do the right thing? I should have done this. How come I did this? And what happened? I am sorry that I didn't give enough deference to that. I'm sorry that I didn't say I'm sorry earlier. I'm sorry for what your children must be going through. I'm sorry for what must be in your head. I'm sorry that it seemed to me that you were alone. I am sorry that at almost 60 years old, you were slapped in front of the world. I apologize to that. I can hold in my heart a level of compassion and grace for what Will must have gone through. And I am sorry that I didn't give equal measures to you. I'm very sorry that happened. And I'm even sorrier that I wasn't sorry soon enough. All right, that's a little note from the GED section. We've got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.